Hi.
Hi.
Hi, cutie. I'm Emily. Nice to meet you, Ariana.
Nice to meet you too.
How you doing? Where are you calling in from?
From Florida actually.
Oh, me too. I'm in Gainesville at the moment. In this,
Oh, okay.
where are you?
South Florida, like Boca, Coconut Creek.
Nice. Okay. Yep. I know exactly where you are. Very cool. And your hair is phenomenal. Oh my God. It's so cool. I love it. Gorgeous.
Thank you. I actually used this last night.
Wow, I'm
Yeah.
impressed. I'm impressed. Okay, cool. So I read through your questionnaire and it sounds like you have questions about how to get your curls to last longer. Um,
Yeah, like this is really good. I wanted to let you know because I've used it 3 days this week just to kind of like try it out before the call.
yeah.
Um, there are days where it will end and it'll just be like straight at the ends and stuff like that. And I've seen a lot of your videos to get tips. So I started doing like the mousse in the spray bottle.
Perfect.
No hairspray, you said, because that kind of weighs it down because I feel like hairspray doesn't actually help.
Yep.
My hair just doesn't hold curl in general, so I know like heatless is obviously going to be even harder. So I was like, if you have any tips, that would be great.
No problem. Yeah, heatless actually it tends to hold curls longer than curling irons, which is great. The
Wow.
science behind it is the same idea behind like if you have a wet towel and you leave it on a clothesline to dry, you're gonna have like that hard crease and it's like pretty stiff, right? Take
Yeah.
that same wet towel, throw it in a closed dryer machine, and it's gonna come out so soft and so fluffy. And the reason is because it's over dried. And so it's trying to naturalize itself or get to equilibrium with the air particle moisture. And so when the water comes in from the air and into the towel after the dryer, it causes it to go flat. Just because, same reason why, like you add water to your hair, it goes flat. Adding moisture to hair causes it to go flat, but once it's at equilibrium, it's good to go. So if you dry your wet hair at equilibrium with the air, you're going to have curls that last longer. I've been trying to like figure out the best way to explain it. Does that make sense?
That was I was gonna say that was like a great analogy. That made perfect sense. That was
Okay,
really interesting.
cool.
I never would have thought that.
Okay, cool, cool. Glad. I've been trying it out for about a year now, and I'm like, I'm not a science chemistry teacher in high school. Like, I don't know. I wish I could explain things that way so easily.
I thought you were. I figured you probably studied based on that response.
Oh, I studied it a lot. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Great.
exactly. Of course.
So, okay, same principles were behind that. So it should be able to get your curls to last longer. It will.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I'll walk through how to use the curling headband just to make sure you're putting it in correctly. And then when it comes to tips for getting your curls to last longer, it sounds like you're kind of already doing all the ones I would recommend, which is Mr. Spritzer. You got your water in some type of spritzer. You're going to want
Mhm.
to wet your hair ear level down. If you want, we can mirror this together, or if not, that's fine too.
Yes,
Okay.
I wanted to brush it out and like kind of start because I wanted to do it again tonight, but with you, and that way I can go to work with it tomorrow. Because everyone keeps saying my hair looks amazing, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's heatless, but it doesn't last. Like it looks great halfway through the day, and then by like five, it's
It's
still nice. Like it's not straight, but it's not your hair.
it's not my hair. Yep. And I'll have to say humidity does play a role. And so Florida being like,
Great.
humid, yeah, it makes
Yeah.
it harder. Before I was living in Puerto Rico and like that was like even harder.
Oh, I can only imagine. Oh my gosh.
Humidity, 100%. So perfect. Yes, brush your hair out.
And then also I definitely have learned a few times. I keep kind of like forgetting, but I can't do it like not obviously directly out of the shower, but I would try and have it like 80% damp. And I'd wake up and I'm like, this is user error. I know that. So I'm trying to remember that I have to use the spritzer bottle because it does not work if not.
Thank you. Yes, that is the biggest user error. And thank you for understanding that. It's
Of
hard
course.
to teach it. Yeah. So,
Yeah. I've
yeah.
learned because I've seen this where when I wake up and it just falls and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then there's times where my hair is still damp and I'm like, oh, well, obviously it's not going to dry overnight. It's not a towel.
It's not a towel. It's not a towel. It'll help it dry, but it won't. Especially with your hair having so much hair, just like wrapping it around, it's going to be a lot of moisture just compact, and nope, ain't
It's
gonna
not.
dry. Not gonna
My
dry.
hair takes a while to dry as it is anyway. Like I have to use a microfiber towel to get it to be damp, and then I blow dry it. So yeah.
Got it. Okay, that's good to know. So if you're blow drying your hair, the same situation happens as if you were putting it into the dryer. So if you're blow drying it first and then dampening it and wrapping it, your curls won't last as long. Like that's just
Okay.
yeah, I've seen like every time I do it, I'm like, wow, they're just not gonna hold. Your hair is just like kind of over dried, same issues at play. And then another tip is like just kind of thinking outside of our normal realm is if you're using any like hair masks in the shower or like super moisturizing shampoos and conditioners, sometimes those will also just kind of weigh and slick the hair down. Like I've gone through some product testing with a couple brands, Eva NYC being one where I literally tested the whole line, and there's like two in particular that are like extra nourishing, and it's has sesame oil in it, and for some reason it's just like flat.
And you don't do it the night of the hair wash, right? Like it has to be like you're saying to spray it down.
Yes, to spray it down when it's dry. But even if you're using those types of products like Olaplex, for instance, like super, that'll just,
okay.
It's not going to work the next day.
I forget which conditioner I'm using right now. Because I have like seborrheic dermatitis, so the shampoo is for that, and then the conditioner, I think it's Dove actually.
Perfect. Yeah, Dove should
so
be.
It's not too
it's
heavy.
Not too heavy. I wouldn't think so. They tend to be, mass America, middle of the road.
Yeah.
You're intense with their formulations. Yeah, I think it should be fine.
Just wanted to make sure because I'm like, I mean, being that I have longer hair too, I do have to have moisture in it because it can feel dry. Yeah. I do have to do masks every now and then, but I haven't really done one lately. So I hope that's not the reason. And yesterday, I did just spray it down. So, and it still ended up like this. So if you have any other tips, definitely.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Awesome. So hair is brushed and you have it parted and brought into the front, which is perfect. Then if you have your Mr. Spritzer, your spray bottle with water, I would recommend adding like an egg size amount of mousse. And if you did that, okay.
I did that from last night. Yeah, I've been just shaking it up. Should I do it every time I use it?
Yeah,
I just put it in last night, but
I would do it again. What mousse are you using?
Aussie styling mousse, and I think it's almost maximum hold. Like, how it has the different circles. It's at the fourth one.
Okay. I would recommend, oddly enough, also maybe trying a lighter hold mousse.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Same concept. It's like more product, more weight. It holds the hair down. So I usually recommend like going for like the lightest hold, but I like that you're using Aussie and it's a spray foam mousse, right? Not like a pump.
Is a spray foam.
Perfect. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So you should be good. But yeah, that could help. But yeah.
Any brand you recommend? Because I honestly don't use mousse. I watched your one video and that's how I learned that in the first place.
Mousse is awesome. Any brand, I haven't tried Aussie specifically, but I've honestly found like the drugstore brands, and Aussie is one of them, just tend to be better than anything I've gotten at Sephora that's like higher end. The Moroccan oil mousse, no good.
That would probably weigh your hair down, I'm sure.
It weighs your hair down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like Way. I tried their mousse, not helpful at all. Even the one at Target.
The drugstore is better. It's cheaper and it'll probably last longer too.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think they haven't like reformulated them since the 80s when like mousse was all about hold, these old drugstore brands. So yeah, found them to be the best, and lighter tends to be better. But yeah. Okay. So
I will keep that in mind now.
You have your water. And so we'll start with
how damp, by the way, because that's where I'm like, oh, it's already drying. That's bad. And I go like less or more is more versus less. Yeah.
Yep. I would say, so for me, I usually do like 5 full sprays if I want it to be like extra hold, and I have to wait for the hair to dry overnight if I do that. Yeah. You probably are going to need more I don't know, like 7. But I'll do it with you and we'll kind of like watch and see if it's drying.
Okay.
Like when you finish the other side and you go to the switch it and this is like kind of dry, re-wet it. Definitely
Okay.
wet it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you do the back too? Because that's the part that I've kind of been wondering. Like the bottom is the part that never wants to hold.
Correct.
Yeah.
So back, it's always focused like ear level down just because the headband isn't going to curl this part. So focusing ear level down will just make sure you don't have like a hard crease right here.
So I don't have this.
You don't have
So I
to.
don't look like I'm in the 70s.
Exactly.
I know it's H²air. That's what I can't wait for this call because this keeps happening and I want like your nice swoop.
Swoop.
That's not
We can get that swoop. We can get the
okay.
swoop. That's definitely doable. Yeah. But do get like the insides. So ear level down, but making sure you get like all the inside hair kind of evenly wet.
Okay. It's not dripping wet, but it obviously feels wet now. It's hard to like show, but
yeah, I'll try to show you mine. I don't know if that's helpful, but you can see like dry versus, I don't know. It definitely feels like damp. Like it's,
okay.
It's cool to the touch. You know, if someone touched you, if you're on a pillow, you're going to leave like a tiny bit of a smudge. It'll dry quickly, but yeah, maybe add more water. Yeah.
And it's also like I guess I also get worried like, oh, one piece isn't, and maybe that one piece won't last. So it's not, it doesn't have to be perfect.
No, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's just also my take on it. I'm not like a perfect hair. I'm like, this is everyday curls. Plus,
yeah, exactly. I just want like I don't want to miss a piece that's dry and then it just doesn't curl. Cause there are times that I'll take it out and I'm like, damn it. I wonder what I did for that one piece that's like a little bit straighter than all the other ones.
Yep. Just, yeah, water will help. Perfect.
All right.
And then with the front, I wouldn't focus too much since it already has a natural curl to it right now. Yeah.
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 So from ear level, should I focus on that?
Focus ear level down if you want like a soft swoop. Yeah.
Yes, I do. I really would like to see what that would look like because I've done this a few days and I'm like, I look like I'm in that 70s show.
Another era.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was like prototyping all of these, I've had some like ridiculous looks for sure.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah. My I guess fiance now, he was helping me when we were like doing all the product testing because we had so many things to like try out at once. So he grew his hair long. So it was like this long. He would look like Lord Farquaad. Like that's exactly they'd turn out perfect, but they'd just be like right here. And he'd have to go on his Zoom calls for work. He's like, get this thing off me, puts a hat on.
Oh my God. It's like where you wear a headband on the top of your head and then the rest of it is whatever the style is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Super cute.
Super cute. Good guy. Good guy. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All damped up. All right. So I like to start by folding my headband in half. So you got that crease in the middle. Cool. Okay. Awesome. And then when you put it on, make sure the wire is facing forward, not backwards. Cool. Yep. Okay. And I'll call out some good things you're doing. So one thing is that you put it about an inch from your hairline, which is perfect. If you put it further back, it'll just feel like it's sliding backwards. So
yeah, I've had that problem before.
Cool. And have you mastered this part yet? If not, I'll walk you through it slowly.
Please, because it's difficult. This side is harder for me to do that than this side is, I think.
Okay. Well, I'll take you on a little hack, which would be, are you a righty or a lefty?
Righty.
Okay. I would put left hand on top.
Okay.
Yep. With the right hand, here's a little like hack to it. Just fold it in half so you get like a little crease. Cool. Now, yep, grab the hair on the right side. I would start by making like a thumbs up. So your hand's in front of you. Here, we'll take it from the top. Thumbs up.
Okay.
Good. And then that way you know to grab. Yep, that's exactly it. You're doing it right. Okay. And then you're just going to pull it up and over that crease. Great.
Oh.
Yep. And now all you have to do is wrap the end of the headband around itself. You're just making a pigtail on one side. Yep, you got it. Yeah,
By
you're
the way, you
beautiful.
have the coolest invention. I've watched all of your videos since the day that I found this product. And obviously, people came out with something very similar,
Oh
but
yeah.
nowhere near as cool as this because this actually works. The
Thank you.
wire, it's amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Of
so
course.
much. Yeah,
Of course.
I obsessed over it. And we just went through the slog with like counterfeits and knockoffs.
I'm
And
sure.
yeah, we're on the other side of it now a little bit, but it's cool to see we sparked an industry.
Yeah. I mean, because it was just that amazing. I mean, what is it? It's like a term of endearment that it's not a good feeling, but someone wants to copy you for a reason.
Exactly. Exactly. Can't stop it. Not this day. Okay, cool. You should feel comfortable enough now to let go. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yesterday I didn't.
Great.
Okay.
Okay,
So this
cool.
really needs to be twisted around.
Yep, just
So,
twist it around tight. It'll feel secure like a pigtail.
yeah.
Yep. And you're good. So both hands are free now. Awesome.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to grab a front section.
My hair is basically it's not dry, but it's kind of, yeah.
Let's do a
Oh,
little
yeah.
squirt.
Like
Perfect.
feeling it. And I'm like, this is not doing anything anymore.
Not doing it'll dry quick.
Yeah. At least I know it's not dripping wet. So even I get sometimes worried, like, oh, did I make it too wet? But it's not dripping wet like shower. So it'll be okay. This will hopefully hold more style.
Perfect.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna grab our front section. Should be
And
about
like tiny or
that's a good size. I like what you're doing. The one thing I'll mention, which I don't think you're doing, is you want to grab it so it's about 1 inch deep rather than like here if I did like, I don't know, 4 inches deep, like really deep, it's gonna slide the whole headband back and just feel more uncomfortable. So you did a good job grabbing 1 inch deep. Now, if you want tighter curls where it is at 70s, you're going to do smaller sections, pull it up top. You want looser, more soft. So we're going to go a larger section. So probably like your cheekbone up.
so take more hair.
Take more hair that goes down. Yeah. Just not,
Okay.
yeah, down to like your cheekbone area there. And then just go straight up and grab all that hair. Perfect. Yep. And then pull it over and under. Awesome.
And then do I want to pull it a little tight? Not all the way up here, but just pull it a little tight or
Pull
no?
it a little tight, yeah.
Okay.
And I'll mention also, because I see your thumb is positioned well, I usually press my thumb back, right where your thumb is, to just hold it in place so I can pull it tight, hold it, and it's
Keep
not
adding more hair.
yeah,
Because I
exactly.
usually honestly brush each section because sometimes it's like bumpy here and stuff, but right now it's pretty
It
good.
looks good. It looks good. Bump
This
free.
is that I think this is making the difference right now that it's actually wrapped around it.
It is. It stabilizes the whole thing. Yep, it totally does. Yep.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Okay, cool. Now we'll just add another section right underneath the first and combine it. Great. Wrap it over and under. We can do it one more time, another little small section underneath the first. And if you notice that like while you're grabbing that like, oh, this hair feels like dry here, just throw water on it. Yeah, since we're concerned about the curls staying. We'll
yes, I really okay.
Cool. Awesome. And now we'll just grab all the hair that's left and combine it since we're basically at the ear. Cool. And wrap it around. Great. You're making my life so easy. I love it that you watched all the videos.
I mean, I love the way that it looks every time I see the videos. So I'm like, it's not that hard, but it's the fact that you do this is amazing because it is hard when you're not used to it.
It is. It is hard. And there's a little bit of a learning curve, but once you get it, you're like, oh, second nature, easier than tying to. So yeah,
yep.
Exactly.
Once you do one of these videos, you're like, all right, I got this.
I got it. Yep. Your hair, all of it fits. It's awesome.
Thank goodness. I know. I'm surprised every time. I'm like, do it because I've seen the video where you tie them together and I'm like, I would hate to have to do that because that's a lot.
It's a lot. And I also have figured out like a better way of doing it. So I have to redo that video.
Oh, cool.
which,
Okay.
which is pretty simple. I'll show you quickly. You can add your scrunchie.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
the little trick here, it's kind of like obvious in hindsight. I don't know why it took me like a year to figure this out, but it's like if the hair's too long, you can just push it up just like you would with a sleeve. And then
That's what that's exactly what I do. Whenever yeah. Because I'm like, oh, it's already there. You could just move because as long as it's on top of each other, then it'll still curl.
Yep.
And then there's room on the thing.
Yep. And it doesn't hurt too. It just like kind of makes it more tight, more spirally, which is good for you.
Yes, exactly. And then you do the tightening, or do you do that in the end?
I do it at the end once we have both sides done so that it's all kind of like not sliding around. When you tighten, it tends to shift things.
See, learning new tips and tricks because I was doing that backwards, so that could have been why it was sliding a little bit for me before.
Yep. Perfect. And now we just straighten that side out. Awesome.
Are you gonna need more water?
I need more water too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It dries quick.
It does dry really quick.
It does. Cool.
That's a little bit wet, but that should probably be better.
Yeah. I feel like we better safe than sorry.
Yeah. I think it's funny too that when I spray my hair when it's like curled like this, it's not just going straight.
I know. I was looking at that too. It's so weird. Yeah.
I'm always like, how? I don't actually have these curls.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
So it does hold in a sense, I guess.
It does. One thing I'll also mention, if your curls do go flat, like during the day, I can't demo it now. I should have done it before, but you can take little sections and just finger curl them and it'll kind of pop it back into that natural round shape.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
It'll totally just like kind of pop it back in. If you see them kind of flattening out. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Cool. Alrighty.
This is the part that I usually struggle with because I go all the way up here and make myself look like I'm from the 70s. So I don't want it to slide. That's what I was used to be worried about.
That is true. Okay, got it. Okay, so we'll do the same thing as the other side, which will be like cheek level, cheekbone, going in and grabbing that front 1-inch section so that you'll get softer face framing.
Okay.
Perfect. Pull
like
it
here.
Yeah, nailed it. Pull it over and under. If it feels like it's sliding back, does it feel like it's sliding back already or no? It feels good?
Feels okay right now, yeah.
Then you're good. All right. Then we can just add another section. Yep, right under the first. And you can use your thumb again like you did last time if that's helpful. I'm just holding it.
Yep, thumb's on the back.
Thumb on the back. And then add another section, wrap it around. And do it a third time.
Kind of wish I had recorded this so if I need to watch it again, I could be like,
I got you. I recorded it. I'll send you a YouTube link unlisted.
Thank you so much. Just in case I'm like, because I don't want to have to take your time, like for people that I know that are going to need help. So in case I'm like, wait, what was that really good tip that you gave me?
Oh, let's take it back a notch. Sorry, honey. Okay.
Oh, no, you're good.
Undo one wrap. Great. Okay, perfect. Now grab all the hair that's left and combine it.
Oh, yeah. Does that make a difference?
It does. And I'll demo what happens if you don't. So I'll go bit by bit and kind of show you.
I guess I thought sometimes if my hair is so thick that like if I grab a big chunk that it might not. And I think that's probably why I was like, oh, maybe if I separate it, it'll be better.
Yep. So if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to end up with like this poof down here. I don't know if you can kind of see it on one side, just as opposed to here where it's nice and clean. And then the other thing is that it's just going to start the curls in the back later, further down the back. So you get a poof and the curls just start later.
It doesn't look as like symmetrical in a sense.
Yeah, it doesn't look as symmetrical. Yeah, exactly. I'll call out a couple other good things you're doing. Each wrap you're doing is touching the last, which is good. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, you're supposed to keep like this part you should keep pretty tight if you obviously want one to last and two to have like tighter curls versus because I don't if I have beach waves, I feel like they will fall out. It's just not tight enough. It'll fall into a beach wave 100%.
Yep. I hear you. I go the same way. I'm like, let me overkill it and it'll just naturally fall out throughout the day.
It's gonna naturally, yeah, because there's no way it's gonna. Honestly, the way I wake up in the morning, I'm like, it's a little too tight. Let's have that fall a little bit. I think
Yeah.
I've stretched out these scrunchies. I feel like I have to wrap it like 5 times now because I stretched out so much from doing it. Okay. How's
Oh,
that?
you should be able to wrap the scrunchies around probably 3 times. Let me do the double check. So that's 1, 2, 3. 3 times probably should be enough, maybe 4. You don't need it to be like super clamped down if you don't want it to be.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That's usually a problem for other people who are like, my ends are like this. And I'm like, well, it's because you did it like 6 times and it's super tight. So it's just going to clamp down. Okay, cool.
I guess I thought that would hold down the ends so that they wouldn't stick up. Like I have a method for my madness, but I don't know if it's obviously working the way I want it to.
Well, the truth is everything looks great in the end.
Yeah.
It's little tweaks here and there.
Yeah.
Like methods, and I like hearing how other people are doing it. I learned. Cool. So now we can twist to tighten. So
Okay.
yeah, twist.
Do it at the same time?
Yeah, you can do it at the same time. It should just feel like it suctions on the head.
Yeah, this is the best part of your invention because the difference is no one can do this with all the other ones.
Nope, they can't. They can't. And if you want looser curls, you can do it the other way. Yeah. So
yeah,
you got control over here at this point. Thank you.
So cool.
And now if we want the headband, we can just go.
Yeah, this part I might have to turn around to show you. Okay, I'll see you do it and then I'll show you mine.
So what I first do is I bend them so they're on opposite sides. So then my right side goes in my left hand, my right hand takes the left side. Cross them. And so the one that's on top now, I just tuck under. The one that's on bottom, I tuck over and I just press it in. You can really.
And does it feel like secure for you? Because for me, I'm like, I feel like it's just gonna fall out.
It should feel secure. Let me look at your ends. Yeah, it should feel secure. You should have enough. Yeah, because you're not on the bottom part. So you have like 2 inches on either side. All right, let's watch. Okay. So bend them. Swatch. Yep, switch hands. Yep, you got it. Tuck one.
Then...
Yep. Yep. Under and over.
I feel like the scrunchies loose, but
it's okay because like the crossing part will kind of keep everything in place too. How does it feel? Does it feel loose?
It feels loose.
It feels loose. Okay. So there are one thing that might help and one thing that we can't change. You have a lot more hair than me. So you're going to have, it might just be thicker and not feel secure just because you have more gorgeous hair than I unfortunately do.
You still have beautiful hair though.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The other option, what we could do is what we were talking about before with like the sleeves, kind of pushing it up more so you have more grip part. So just like push it up.
So with the scrunchie, push it up?
With the scrunchie on, kind of like right underneath the scrunchie, push it up. Yep. Bingo. Yep. And do the same thing on the other side. Bingo. Yeah. Cool.
Now I'll have more. That's a good idea. Okay.
Let's try it again. Okay. Cool. Perfect. All right. We cross them. And I would switch hands. Perfect. Now tuck one under and like really wrap it around. You got it. And now you can do the same. Yep. Smush her down. Tuck it over. Smush her down.
Actually, oh wow, what a big difference.
Yeah,
that's actually, I don't know if you can tell the difference from before, but it was feeling like I felt the hair. I mean, I do here, but I felt like the hair like feeling like it was gonna fall out really quickly, and now it just is okay though.
It's okay. If we want, we can take it down and rewrap and do it again, just because it is a little poofy, but it's cute. It looks good. It'll set right. It'll just yeah, I think it just got a little between all the movements. It kind of came undone a little bit.
Yeah. Should
Let's redo it.
Let's sure.
Yeah. It's a good time for you to redo the practice, and I'm here, so why not?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sure thing. Okay, right.
True practice makes perfect, so it'll make the difference.
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Twist the
then we loosen it.
Yeah, loosen it. And then if you go the other way, you'll tighten it. Or we can loosen it and take them out. Yep, take them out.
Loosen it, take them out.
Yeah. You can take it from the top.
I'll probably have you see how I do this because I don't know if it's me, but I might have stretched out the scrunchies just a bit.
It's okay. It's okay. So these scrunchies, like we redesigned them to be like extra stretchy and like extra bendy so you could fit it around everything and not grip on things
Okay.
too tight. So as long as it hasn't popped on you.
Nope, they're in perfect
good.
shape. I can't believe that this is already what it's looking like.
I know your hair is so good. Gosh, yeah,
That's
amazing.
so crazy.
So crazy.
Like it was in for 4 seconds, literally.
I know your hair is so good. That's nuts, nuts. Okay, so I could kind of tell you about the finger curling now because this is what you'll
Okay,
see.
yes.
So this is where you can kind of just take out a piece. You'll see it better on yours than on mine because your hair is set. And then just twist it. Twist it the same way that you were curling it. So the other direction.
Other way. Okay.
Yep. And if you let it go, yeah, that should be fine. Let it pop. And you'll see now you have like a classic spiral. So you could do that like a couple times. Yeah, it looks really good. You know, and it'll just like kind of pop all of the waves into that classic spiral. And then you can shake it out, make it a little bit looser. But yeah, that's a way to make sure that the curls kind of reform if it doesn't come out perfectly, like it comes out soft.
That's good to know because I was definitely trying to not shake. Like I would honestly take it out like right before I leave to work because with humidity. So I'll take it out like right before I leave. And then I don't even want to shake it out because I'm like, let me just let it fall. It's going to fall anyway. And then I wait till I get to work, flip my head over and just because the top of my head is flat, but I think that's because I've also been doing it all the way up here.
Yep. Yep.
Because yours didn't look like that at all. So that's really good to know.
Yep. Yep. That'll help. That'll help.
That'll help. Okay.
All righty. Let's
Right.
take it from the top. Cool.
Yeah, probably respray a little bit because it's cool to the touch, but it's not
as damp. Yeah.
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 So that's
and it's not that humid today. You probably have AC.
Yeah. And I won't be going anywhere after this, so it will actually it will stay overnight.
Awesome.
And I got in the habit. I keep doing it up here, which obviously won't curl. It's cheekbone down or ear down.
Yeah, cheekbone. I would say cheekbone and up for the first one. Yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Cheekbone.
And for this side?
Same thing on this side. Yeah, just keep them even. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And one other thing I'll give you as an extra tip, since we've covered all the other bases, since you and I, we both part our hair to the side, you can always, to make the sides more even in hair amount so that the curls are more even, you can always kind of cut in with your part and make it a center part the rest of the way down. So that'll just redistribute the hair on one side to the other. It looks like your angle kind of already does that though.
Okay. I'm like, is it already? I don't know.
I think you do. I think you do. All right. I think
I try not to have it perfectly straight going back or perfectly like it just
like,
looks weird. It looks like I have too much hair on one side. But that is good. Okay. That is a great tip.
You're good. Cool.
I feel bad even wetting this right now. I'm like, it looks so pretty. So quickly.
That's how I feel when I do these tutorials. I'm like, my curls are good.
I just want to leave it like this. You're like, no, I don't want to show it again. Yeah. And is it good to brush it out like after you've wet it too, or just because it like distributes the water, or is it not good?
I think it's good. It distributes the water. It'll also just make it, when you're wrapping the hair, more smooth. You know, everything's kind of brushed out nicely. On the flip side, they say it's not as healthy to brush your hair when it's wet, but it's not like sopping wet. So yeah,
it's okay.
I'm fine with it. I'm not.
And I'm not using like I think it's like more of a wet brush anyway. It's the Tangle Teaser. So it's not too.
Love Tangle Teaser. Love wet brush.
I discovered that and I was like, this is the best brush I've ever found.
Yeah, it's so good. So good.
Hopefully this will just like hold on to the wetness. So like I keep just re-wetting it. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. That should be good.
Awesome. Righty. Let's take her from the top. So headband, we shall fold her in half. Yes, perfect. Get your nice crease in the middle.
And you know, the funny thing is, I was doing where you do it over your head and try to get these to match. So it's good to know this tip too.
Yeah.
Because I've watched your videos and I guess I forgot that part. And I was like, oh, let me just evenly do it on my head. Okay, there it is.
I'm like, it's even now. Smash it down.
Yep. Yep. Push it. Yep.
All right, even.
Okay.
Put it on the head, perfect. And then left hand on top since you're a righty.
So awkward.
Perfect. Okay. And then this is where if you want, you can fold one end up on the right side. Yep. And then I do thumbs up, like a cons. Yep. And then swoop in with your fingers. Other way. Sorry, like you're giving me a
okay.
yeah. Is the thumbs up a helpful reference? Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Going that way. And then pulling it towards your face, towards your mouth. Other direction. Oop, go back.
Oh, this.
Yep. Up.
Okay.
Yep, exactly.
So you're basically curling it away in a sense, even though we're not
curling it away.
Curling it away.
Yeah, it helps to stabilize the hair in like the right position. Otherwise, it'll like kind of push the headband the other way. Yeah, you're curling it in the right way. It's going to be the same direction. Cool.
And now it's actually on my head. Cool.
Hands
and it's
up.
ready to dry.
Awesome.
I wasn't touching it. I'm like, and it's dry.
And it's dry again. We'll re-wet. Cool.
There we go. It's definitely the ends that I would like. It's crazy because I'm like going over it like crazy, yet it just curled with like barely any water.
Yep. It's nuts. I can't imagine. How long would it take you to use a curling iron?
I haven't done that in a long time, but probably like 2 hours, I would say, maybe.
Oh my God.
That's sectioning, because you don't want to just like do it. You have to section it and actually like make it look good.
Yeah.
I haven't done heat in like many, many years. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, like everything, I already did buy the other ones, but it just never came out the way, it has the really weird thing. And then I saw this and I was like, oh my God. And I found Alex
Gabori.
Yeah.
She's awesome. I know.
She has the best hair ever. I was like, oh my God.
Die for it. She makes the best videos ever. I'm like, thank you.
Yes, that was the perfect role model.
Oh, she's awesome.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, so like cheekbone, we're gonna go in and grab that first section of hair.
About this much?
Yep, beautiful. And then wrap it over and under. Perfect. Pull it a little tight and use the thumb to hold it in place. Great. Now we just add another section right underneath the first. Perfect. Yep, that looks good. Over and under.
And I think sometimes I twist it. I don't mean to, but it twists the wire away.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. This is the part that you want the wire in front for.
Okay.
Because when you twist it, like at the end, the wire goes every which direction. But yeah.
True. Okay.
Cool. One more time. Let's add another section right underneath the first. And wrap it around.
Okay.
Cool. And now add all the hair into one section. Pull it tight. Great. And I'll call out another thing you're doing well, which is you're keeping the headband like close to your neck. So if you're pulling the headband out here and doing it, you're going to get that poof again.
Okay.
So you did a good job of keeping it close to your face and wrapping it around. Cool. Wrap. Yep. And I would just keep them extra tight and extra close to each other. Beautiful. This is like a magic trick watching you do this.
Because it never ends.
It never ends. Yep. Perfect. It's so crazy. It all fits. I can't believe it.
I know. That's what's so cool is that it's so like you can use this for medium length and you can also use it for my length.
That's nuts. Yeah.
Universal.
I've tested it on long-haired folks, but like I don't know. I don't even remember whose hair, each like maybe two. Like your hair is so incredible. You
really?
don't do that often. Yeah.
Well, I saw your recent video. I thought it was recent. She had really, really long hair too, and you were like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
She had thick hair too, and
Yeah.
straight, pin straight.
Pin straight. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Was
Cool.
that easy to get to work?
Yeah. Yeah. It was. It was. But it still shocks me every time. Every time. I have one friend who has hair like your length, but her hair is just like thick and it's like the wavy, voluminous. So it just
Mm.
looks like a mane. And when she does it, I'm like, how does it just compress onto this headband? It's
And
incredible.
she naturally has those waves, so that also makes the difference.
Yep. Yep. Her curls last like days long because it's just naturally trying to
It's like,
reform.
yeah, it's enhancing what she already has, basically.
Yeah. That was another cool thing I learned pretty early on. I was like, what? This works on curly hair?
That's so cool.
I had no
Oh my
idea.
gosh. Because I know a lot of like it's where's my brush? It's there it is, blended into my blanket. It's really hard to style curly hair. Like I know they have a way more difficult process than people with
Oh
straight hair.
yeah.
I give them a lot of props.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, they have to normally like straighten it in order to recurl it and get the like perfect
Oh,
curl they're looking for. So to think this just like short circuits all of that, wild,
yeah.
wild.
Oh,
Okay, cool. Yeah,
you
straighten
know,
her out.
can you? How did I really do it backwards or did I flip it? I feel like the wire is here. Well, it is here because I feel it. It's behind.
It's behind, but is it up front over here or no? Where is it up here?
Nope. It's in the back.
It's in the back. Okay,
I guess I did that somehow. Dang.
okay. It'll still set fine. We can take it out and take it from the top. The only difference is it'll feel like it's sliding a little bit. It won't
Should I
act.
redo the set? I feel bad because this one was so good.
No, I know. That's how I feel. I'm like, we did so well. All right, how about we redo it and I will just watch you do it and you do
Okay.
it on your own. And while you take it down, I'm gonna go and get my charger from
Oh
the
yeah.
other room.
Sorry, it's so much
One
longer than you
moment.
probably expected.
One minute, Ariana. I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. On the inside, this will be the last time we do it. So I'm like, I'm gonna get you damp on the inside and everything. So folded it. This time the wire will be in front. That was definitely just a mistake because I always put the wire in front because I learned that because it used to always slide down for me.
Yeah, the wire in front. It's missing from the Alex Gabori video, but it's too good of a video to edit it.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, wire's here. So this is the front. Okay. So now
Perfect.
I'm gonna do that again real quickly so I can actually make sure that I think when I folded it, I got a little confused and I lost like where the wire was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here and here.
Perfect.
Left hand. This is gonna be a part that's gonna be confusing. Okay, I'm grabbing it. No, I gotta flip this. Okay, and then grabbing it from the front, going backwards.
Yep.
Okay.
Nailed it. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Practice.
Practice.
Practice really does make perfect.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Somewhat good. Cool of the touch. One more time. Yeah, much better. And the back is totally dry. Wow. Like I literally just wet you. Like what?
uh, cool.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right.
Awesome.
Here. Grab about this much.
Yep. Perfect.
And So I'm not, so what I used to do is go all the way up here. So I'm just wrapping it at this spot, right? That's what I want to make sure I don't start doing again.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Like cheekbone level. Perfect.
Zip the back to hold it.
Great.
This will definitely be the best one yet.
I imagine it. It will be.
I got this. Okay. And then third one, and then the fourth one I'm grabbing all the hair.
Yep.
So basically so just when I do it on my own, 1, 2, 3, and then grab the rest is the fourth one.
Yep. Bingo. 1, 2, 3. Nice. I like that you slid it all up and compressed it.
Makes it so much easier.
Good, good. Cool.
Like an arm workout.
Yeah. I'm so lazy. Like when I would blow dry my hair, I'd lay at the end of the bed, turn my head upside down, and just like hold the blow dryer.
Hey, it works. And then you get volume. I mean, why not?
Exactly.
We go through enough to look good. If we could like have cuts and corners, I think we earned it.
Yeah. I'm like, my arms hurt otherwise.
Yeah. All right, one side, done.
In record time. Cool. And best yet.
I think it'll be the tightest yet too. Okay.
And just straighten her out.
Feel, which is good.
Awesome.
All right, now, yep, definitely got to dampen this side again. It will be nice because I always want to do my hair like this for my birthday. And last year, again, user error, I did it super damp. And I woke up and I was like, my hair is so damp that it just didn't take any shape at all. And I just looked like crap. And I was like, great. And then I redid it later on because I just sprayed it. And I was like,
yeah. You look like a wet dog. It's just like you get like random kinks. Like it's just all around horrible, flat, stringy kink here and there, like crease. Yeah.
The worst.
It's the worst.
That's why I could see people saying, oh, it's bad. And it's like, no, it's user error. Because if you watch all the videos, it really, you do explain in every single video. It's, you can't do it like soaking wet.
You can't. No. It's terrible.
I'm excited to use this for my birthday this year, and it'll actually come out. And I'm going to do it like every day this week just to like keep getting in the habit.
Yep. When's your birthday?
July 3rd.
Oh my gosh, cool. You always have a long weekend for your birthday then.
Yes.
That is
this
awesome.
This year, though, it's on a Monday.
It's on a Monday. Okay, so people are going to, you'll celebrate hard on the weekend.
Yep. All right, I think it's finally holding the water. I'm like, I keep touching it. I'm like, I just don't know. Because I will say this is the side that struggles to hold it. This one will hold on to everything. This side, probably because it's heavier, is like not open to holding anything.
Yep. Perfect.
All right. Now, so here, okay. So about this much.
Yep, cheekbone. It might, let's see. Wrap it around. Yeah, that should be good. Yep. Okay. And if it feels like it is sliding back, you can keep going. But if it feels like it's sliding back, you can always take like a more narrow piece. So you can still go down to the cheekbone and wrap it at that point. But instead of sectioning it off from like an inch back, try 1/2 inch and it'll just bring it closer and tighter.
Okay. So instead of just doing like,
it looks good though. It looks good. It looks like it's sliding back. Yeah. But the curls will be good either way. It won't make a difference on the curls. But
it's just that way it doesn't feel like it's sliding too much.
Yep, exactly. I would bring them up. Perfect. Pull them up a little bit more. Yeah. So they're each touching. Perfect.
Okay. Now grab all the hair at this point?
All the hair. Yep. And of course you can do like, instead of 3 here, you can do 5, but I think since we want like that softer swoop in the front, less spirally 70s, we're going with 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise you'll get more of that like ringlety look in the front, 70s. Yeah.
No, I really like the way that Alex Gabor had it. I could never replicate that. So now maybe I can because I'm doing it the right way. Now I can't even push it anymore. Oh my gosh. There we go.
There you go. And yeah, just push her up.
My hair or the band? I can't even tell what I'm pushing.
I do right underneath the scrunchie, and I just push the scrunchie up. So the scrunchie is kind of the linchpin. So right underneath the scrunchie, pinch down and slide her up. If that makes sense. Oh, once you have the scrunchie up.
I lost the end for some reason because I couldn't feel like where I was trying to push it. Is it okay on the ends? I cannot see for some reason.
It looks good on the ends. Yes, it looks good on the ends. Yes. Do you have the scrunchie on it yet? No.
Nope.
Oh, sorry. Okay, put scrunchie.
Oh, no, you're good. I was still trying to wrap it.
Sorry, put scrunchie on first, then push with scrunchie.
This. Push then scrunchie. Yeah, I was trying to push it because I thought it would be easier, but maybe I should just wrap it first and then put the
wrap
scrunchie
it
in
first. Yeah, because then the scrunchie is also, it's easier to get the scrunchie on it, number 1. And then number 2, yeah, it's kind of like locked in place and you're just pushing it up. Yeah, there you go. Nailed it.
That's tight. Okay.
Cool. Now twist away.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Awesome.
Perfect. Okay. I'm going to turn around so you can see.
Yay. Alrighty.
So, flipping.
Beautiful. Perfect.
Like sticking it into my scalp.
Yeah, exactly.
Way tighter.
Beautiful.
I'm sure this is fine, right? Because that's going to happen if you do it anyway.
Yeah, it's going to happen if you do it. You get a little poof over there. I'm seeing that.
Yeah.
Trying to think. It's probably, it just has to do with the wrapping of that one section from the, like when you grab all of it. So probably just keep it tighter and it'll solve that. That would be my guess.
I'm not going to redo it, but can I redo that side?
Yeah, redo that side. Yeah, let's see if that'll solve it. I want to see if we can fix this.
Thank you. Yeah, because that I've noticed that this is always the harder one because this obviously has less hair on this side.
Yeah.
And this one where it's like you have to really keep it super tight.
Yep. Yep.
Where are you? It's like lost in it.
There. There we go. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, still good and damp enough. Okay.
Great. Okay.
Front wire still there. Yes. Okay. So
that front section.
This I want to just make sure it's not too thick.
Yep. It looks good. It looks good. Yep. Pull her over and under. Perfect.
2.
Great. Yep. I always think this is funny. You pull your hair, you get like a facelift. It's like the skin.
Yeah, you really. Natural facelift.
Yeah, I'll add that to our benefits. Natural facelift.
Yeah.
Rejuvenation. Oh gosh.
So many things that come out of it.
Yeah. Cool. Wrap her around. Okay, pull it tight.
I'm like lifting it as much as I can. Okay.
Pull it tight.
And now grab all the hair.
Now grab all the hair.
Okay. This is the part where it gets tricky
now,
because I have a lot of hair and it's
pull the headband. Pull the headband so that it's like close to your face. Perfect. Great. Okay. And now wrap it around and pull it tight, real tight that first time so that it'll naturally sit. Yeah. Pull her tight. Grand. Yeah. Yep. Let's see if this does it.
I think this will do the trick.
I'm hoping so. Yeah.
Almost.
Almost. It's okay. Take your time.
I cannot push this right now because it's like all the way at the wire. So I'll push it after, I guess.
Yeah, push it after.
I might have to wrap it 4 times just because it like there's a lot.
There's a lot. Yeah, it's stretched. It's stretched.
I don't want it to
Cool. Now push her.
slide off.
Yes. Muscle it.
Go.
It's probably also because you were close down to the wire. So yeah, that's good. You're good.
Is it good? Okay.
I think that's good. Yeah, the other side is good. That side is good. You should have enough. You can try to inch it.
Enough wire.
I think you have enough wire.
Like, is
it
or is it me?
I think, yeah, you should have enough wire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was even on the other side. Maybe now that it's tighter, that's probably why.
Yeah.
They're both the same length.
Yeah, they were the same length. We redid it. We had smushed it, so it's gonna switch around. Perfect. And you twisted to tighten it. Yeah.
Oh yes. No, I did not. So tighten. Okay.
Cool.
Probably do this one just because I just undid everything.
Yep. Just to tighten.
There we go.
Cool. Cross. Great. Yep. It fits. Should be good. Let's see. Does that feel good? Yeah. The other one will be fine. It's a little lopsided because we played around a bit, but
that's okay. I mean, I don't care how this, I mean, as long as
it
this
looks
feels
good.
good, I don't care.
In the back, it looks good.
Yeah, it's not poofy.
It looks good in the back. You're good on the back side.
This will probably be easier to sleep on too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you resolved the poof. The poof is now gone. We figured it out.
We did figure it out.
We figured it out. So it's extra tight when you get to that first wrap with all the hair. Just pull it tight, pull it close. And then
and I'll pull it closer to my neck. That's the difference.
Basically, where it's going to be is where you want to wrap it tight.
Okay.
That's all. And you got it. It looks great. It looks great. We did it.
Thank you. I know. 3rd time's a charm.
Charm cutie. Awesome. Awesome. And yeah, you're pro now. I'm not even worried. I'm like, you got the wrap down. Now we just wait for it to dry and you're good to go.
I'm so excited. I thank you so much. This was awesome. This is exactly what I need.
My pleasure. I'm so happy to help. Thank you so much for getting our product and giving it a shot and for all the kind words. I mean, yeah, it's just so cool. So cool.
I share it with everyone because everyone asks me like, oh, how did you do your hair? Because I mean, my hair looks like it took like 4 hours to do it. I'm like, I slept in this. So I share it with a lot of people. My roommate's friend is actually here and she's like, how did you do that? And I'm like, I have like, I think 3 different colors because I saw this one and I needed it because pink is my favorite color. But I think I started off with like the blue. So I was like, oh, I have another one. You could try it. Oh,
that's awesome. Well, it looks great. Awesome.
Thank you.
Ariana. If you have any other questions, I'm here to help. Keep me posted. Let me know how it goes. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
So happy.
Will you send me through Instagram, the YouTube?
So I'll upload this to YouTube and I'll email you a link right after this. It might take a minute to upload because it's a longer video. So, but I'll pop it in and I'll send you the link with the video so you have it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Emily.
Pleasure. My pleasure. So nice to meet you, Ariana. I'll talk to you.
So nice meeting you. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye, hun.
Bye.